the ICP, other blockchains, and Bitcoin itself, are connected and making it easier to swap and trade and bring all these decentralized finance tools to Bitcoin. And Sheldon's company, Omnity, and everything we just learned is at the bleeding edge of that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And looks like Sam is online.
Yes.
Is it on?
Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Thank you guys. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Sam Drissi. I represent BIPQUANTUM project. And I see familiar faces here. Grateful to be here. So our mission is to focus on intellectual property, and I'm focusing on IP since 10 years now. My mission is to make intellectual property accessible to everyone, helping like creative, whatever, programmers, developers, scientists, not only artists, to use intellectual property as elevator. So let's start by the problem. Intellectual property brought revenue, $6.3 trillion in 2023. We talk about the IP valuation. I'm talking about revenue as business, which is amazing. You create an algorithm, it's an innovation, it's an IP. Traditional IP is really expensive. With all respect to lawyers, we work with lawyers, of course, it's average $570 an hour. So prepare your question in advance because you're going to spend a lot of money. What we focus on in ICP is combining artificial intelligence and LLM model with ICP blockchain to resolve the problem of consultation and help to mint any IP as a simple NFT. So I will show you, of course, more about that. So let's compare the traditional model, from $570 an hour to $9 a month. This is a big difference, right? From 3 to 6 month average time to 5 minutes. And of course, it's accessible anywhere for anyone. And today, the other problem we are facing, artificial intelligence creation is popular. So if you create anything with AI, you are not able to copyright it in conventional world, which is a big problem today. So the prompt is the copyright. And we are resolving the problem with blockchain. We need blockchain intellectual property. So technically it was one of the first NFT protocol. We started with Bitcoin stamp to shelter, just a shout out for you. And we evolved to Ethereum, Polygon, and now proudly in ICP. So why us and why now? The market is huge, the problem is big. The team, so since more than 10 years, as I said earlier, we focus on IP democratization. So we create a platform named Artisu. It's live, more than 3,000 users, Deloitte as big client, and we are turning it 100% free, open source with Linux Foundation. I believe in open source. I'm a GNU generation and I believe in that. We are securing $1 million today and we are proudly granted by ICP. And our version 1 is ready. I'll be more than honored to show you tonight. And finally, we have 100 plus creators, IP creators, registered to try the solution. Now our business model, of course, SaaS is the key. We know the SaaS will evolve in the future, but so far it's a business model valid. 3.5% transactional fee. So every time when someone buy your NFT IP online, we get transaction fee to back, of course, the expense behind it, and you get your royalties, right? AI insight and IP analytics, I believe in data, and the idea is to generate leads for IP lawyers in different jurisdictions. So, for example, we have here Michael, he needs a specific consultation in IP for Japan, and this is his criteria. The idea is to make Michael as creator strong enough to negotiate everything with the lawyer and not the inverse. We want to put strength to the creator. And the most important for us, we believe in community, so we're launching a utility token and a DAO, and our ambition is to be a part of SNS, the nerve system of ICP. So we're going to airdrop, of course, 1% of our liquidity to early stage user, early stage IP creator. For future growth, what we plan in AI lawyer API, of course, the idea is to embed IP agencies and lawyers' practices. Like a lot of lawyers, business lawyers, they would like to offer IP consultation, and AI can be the key for that. White labeling solution for universities and creators platform. I was a student, I believe in learning, and I think this is a key to help universities. Now, to build the strategy where we are going, so we're targeting to raise $5 million. The use of funds, 40% we go for AI and legal infrastructure. It's expensive. Why? Because to disrupt conventional way to certify IP, you need to back yourself solid. So we work so far with 4 jurisdictions: US, Canada, Switzerland for Europe, and North Africa. The idea is to keep going with other jurisdictions to compete with Worldwide Intellectual Property Office. Why? Because WIPO, with all my respect, they have a lack of ethic here. Okay, I like sharing what I feel. I think Shed like that too. It's important to say the truth. Like WIPO, their mission is to democratize access to IP worldwide. And they launched 3 years ago WIPO Proof, a solution, decentralized solution, and they sell the solution in bundles in CHF, which is like the fiat currency in Switzerland. So I'm in Africa, I'm in India, I'm in China, so why am I gonna pay in Switzerland currency and not in crypto? Or I should not pay. IP should be accessible. 30% we go for the go-to-market, of course. 20% for talent AI, we need to hire and grow the team, and 10% would be for the reserve. The idea is to be today between the first global IP token exchange, where ideas are asset. Our ideas, our content help GAFAs, Google, Amazon, Facebook to make profit. Blockchain is the key to make our idea, the essence of our spirit and mind, be our ownership, and this is super important. I'll show you a small video here. I hope I have the sound. How to announce our project. So now, do you have any questions so far, or should I keep going? Okay. Okay, now I'm super excited to show you a demo of our version 1. Of course, nothing is perfect in technology. So you can scan the QR code from the left, your left, DApp, and you will access to our DApp, live today in ICP in Canister. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll go to a demo to show you what we are able to do. Everything is fine for you guys? All right. So, the DApp you connect, you create an account with internet identity, and as soon as you create, you have AI. AI asks you to define your level of understanding. Are you beginner, intermediate, or expert? Then you have foundational guide here. I'll pause it a little bit, sorry. As soon as you have the foundational guide, sorry. I like being live, but this one, I will advance it a little bit. Okay, so the first step, the AI go through a funnel to ask you as an IP consultation. Are you looking for protection, monetization, organization for IP? Let's say here monetization. Then are you looking for pre-patent, trademark, copyright, trade secret, blockchain, IP? And at the meantime, I have a question. So you ask whatever question you want about IP, whatever. So here, for example, the question will be related to pre-patent. You see, how to create a pre-patent in US market. If you use GPT will find fake information. Here, the proof of data, the Bible, is US copyright. So it's able to give you tangible information with small hallucination, because there is no zero hallucination with AI, unfortunately, so far. And at the meantime, I can go back anytime to the funnel. I'm looking for protected digital and physical creation, and then soon we're gonna offer US copyright. I add my asset as adding an article, right, in e-commerce. So here I have smart contact lentils. I put my IP title, I put my visual, my IP description, creation date. All these information are similar at what you can find in US copyright or any office of IP. Then, what is the type of IP, pre-patent, copyright, and what are your licenses? GameFi for gamification, advertisement, Metaverse for metaverse, virtual and physical reproduction. I define my royalties. Here I would like receiving 20% for my IP. My country is the US. My information as a creator, and that's it. We need to make it super easy. So here, like you can see from this side, this is my wallet. This is a custodial wallet, so you don't need to have a lot of knowledge. You can create your account with a simple Gmail or a phone number. This is my catalog of assets. like Leonardo da Vinci in the past had small papers to design. I used my app for that. I defined the price of my asset in BQC token, which is our utility token. And in one click, it will be listed directly in the IP marketplace here. So let's say you have an idea to revolutionize robotic medicine, anything, and use AI for that. You don't have to be a PhD. You can have amazing idea. And here you have a catalog of IPs, right? So my asset is listed here, like you can see. And we airdrop 1,000 token. You can claim your airdrop. You receive 1,000 token from us. And then with these tokens, you can buy other IPs. So buying IP is super easy, easier than buying an article on Amazon. And this is the future we believe on. And I was asking about fractionalization because so far we start with selling the IP as is. And the ambition is to help everyone like you guys having an idea and looking for raising money to be able to fractionalize, for example, 20% of your IP, like crowdfunding infrastructure, let's say Kickstarter, and you raise your money. After that, if you succeed, the investor or the supporter, we're gonna say, because we need to be careful about our words, can get their money back. So this is my IP certificate. I can verify it anytime. The ownership is updated in real time. We name it dynamic metadata or dynamic NFTs. Probably some people heard about them with Tesla example. You can use bidding. People can bid in real time. And you don't need to go to Etherscan, PXScan, or equivalent to see who is the real owner and who is the real creator. And here I can buy other assets, and I have them in my wallet. So this is the demo I would love. Please, guys, try it and give us some feedback. It's live since 48 hours now. And finally, we are here because of Quantum Leap Lab. It's an accelerator from ICP. Thank you, Shindu. And I was with them since 1 year now. So if you are a startup with or without knowledge, looking for support, honestly, I went with other accelerator and incubator, nothing related to QLL or ICP, nothing. 3 reasons. First of all, ICP is totally decentralized, but you had amazing presentation from Shendra, so I'm not adding anything. This is the real decentralization, front end and back end to make it simple. Secondly, QLL is human to human. A lot of accelerators, they treat you as a member. So you fill a form, then, okay, they get back to you, yes, no. But with QLL, you have a one-on-one. What is your ambition? What are you looking for? Do you have help or not? ICP use different language. Do you need support? Are you looking for learning? And at the end, thanks to QLL, I have the chance to be here today and talking with you guys. So that's it, I'm done. So thank you so much. I tried to make it short. You can scan the QR code for QLL. And after that, I can also give you the link. If you want to follow us, there is my link tree here with all informations. Thank you so much. Any questions?
I got the mic, so I guess I go first. I have a question though. This is really awesome. Super important, right? This is really the crux of what blockchain can do for the world. Like IP is a $6.3 trillion market. How do we build the bridge to the whole real world asset economy? You just showed all the steps to register an IP into your system. If I were to start my company and I wanted my name to be protected, I would go to the US Patent and Trademark Office, apply with them, wait for them to give acceptance. So how does your system integrate, not just with the US one, but globally? And is there anyone is that even haven't occurred yet? Or is that kind of the next step of what your business is trying to do?
Thank you so much for your question. Yeah, absolutely. It's super important to bridge blockchain with the real world. So today what we're doing is, if you remember in the past, to prove to your ownership, we sent to ourselves a post-mail letter with the content to say, yeah, this is me, I created this, I received it we name it a timestamp, this day, this hour, this minute, this second. So we're replacing this small proof, copyright, with blockchain. Now is not enough. It's to prove you're owner, but it's not enough. So we are bridging blockchain with the real world, creating a digital twin with US copyright. I showed you earlier, it's not active yet, but we work on it since a long time. It's complex. So we scrap the data from your certificate and we generate a US copyright so far. We start with US copyright. the ambition is to disrupt the conventional way of certification for AI content first. Because you cannot go to copyright. And there's always a difference between copyright and patenting. Copyright, since like 1986, where's the agreement again? The agreement say like, whatever what you create, you are the owner. But go to prove it, right? It's Berne agreement to be clear. And the idea is to say, okay, today we use AI for plagiarism detection. We succeed to do that with RTZ already. So we scrap the web, we're not scrapping the metadata, it's hard. And we can see if there is any similarity between the image or the text. So then we can say, oh, first publication, check. The order have to be KYC in the future. I respect the confidentiality, I'm blockchain optimist, but unfortunately with the number of scams we have today and with OpenSea, we need to go through verification. Check number 2. Number 3, is it the pre-patent? Pre-patenting, a lot of people didn't know about pre-patenting, but when you prepare a patent, you are protected for 1 year. And the lawyers, they don't talk enough about that. You're protected. And then you can sell your IP and raise money. So yeah, bridge is the important. And we need to generate more Python to be able to create this digital twin with different jurisdiction. It's a long process.
It's very exciting.
Thank you.
I'll stop having the mic.
Steganographic watermarks?
We are using, it's a kind of, it's not exactly steganographic. We are using cryptography. We're using.
I think it's done. We've been doing too much.
Okay, no problem. I can do it without mine. So we generate like a notarized approach, taught legally. We generate a timestamp to associate your information, but we encrypt your data because the idea is to protect your data. That's why, for example, we're not using a GPT model. We are using an LLM model, an open source one. So we add 3 layers of cryptography of your data because when you ask the AI about is it an idea or not, you are sharing, you are describing an idea. And an idea is not an intellectual property, but as soon as you start describing it, it became an idea, right? So we put the cryptography data layer, we put the timestamp with the certificate, like, what's your name again?
Cindy.
Cindy. So Cindy have this IP title, this description of IP, right? And we define all this data in the certificate, then we crypt it, we mint it. So we mint a crypto version of your IP. You can track it, of course. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot of experience with scanning the web for IP, and I really feel that you said the big problem is between step 1 and 2, like verifying.
Yes.
So if the cryptographic signature is the verification, is that what you're saying?
It's a kind of verification. It's not only verification. We need your IP as an asset,
Right.
whatever an image or
But if
text.
you bound it,
If you made it, it becomes a verification because it's easier to track.
how are you different from story IP?
Story protocol.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. I don't have $500 million first. They raise $500 million. Secondly, they focus too much on technology with all due respect. Because there is also origin stamp that is very smart, and they forget the essential is the user. So, in my opinion, disruption starts with adoption. Adoption starts with the standard, and the standard today is the Web 2. So, what story they try to do, first of all, they have a proof of stake, complete development. They are focusing in Ledger to manage the licensing, which is amazing. But it's too complex. We need to make it super easy. Anyone can understand it. Right? The 5 years old to the 7 years old can use it. And this is the way to disrupt, right? The second part, we are not in the same approach because we are not focusing only in certification, we're focusing also in licensing usability, like how to make it profitable from you. And third point, we try to make it super easy between the creator and the collector / investor. So I have different approach, but yeah, we don't have the same the same finances.
Because in the last few days, we've seen the rise of this copyright infringement from the Japanese anime studio.
Yes. Oh my
And
goodness.
there's no way how would you approach solving that kind
Thank
of
you for the
problem?
question. We published an article about it. So she said the problem today, AI as a proof of how AI learned today. You know, it's shocking, guys. I was in a AI show and they explained the major data we have online is porn and cats. It's sad. It's sad. So what GPT, Gemini, Copilot are doing today, they are unfortunately training their AI based in copyright. And the AI supremacy problem today, we see $100 billion maybe between the US, China, and Europe invested without taking care about the most essential point. And Ray Dalio talked about during 44 minutes is make the AI trained about IP. Make the AI realize what is intellectual property, what is plagiarism, what is innovation, what is imitation, what is inspiration. So if you get the 5 points, the super AI would be amazing. But to get there,
Ghibli.
yes, Ghibli is the, yeah, we see the buzz today. So I would say something different from what we see so far. Yes, it's super bad. At the meantime, it's a kind of advertisement, but Ghibli don't need the advertisement. Any fan of manga know about him. But we will get to the point where AI would be not, we don't need anymore to copy. AI today is able to replace, to understand terminology of art, terminology of creation, emotion. And there is a lot of digital twins able to create. And as soon as we train the AI about IP, we're going to go to another level. Sure. We're going to get there. Thank you.
So the patent pending property, I didn't know that for 1 year you could, sort of claim it as underway or something like that. I didn't know that. That's very cool.
Thank you.
I want to ask you a question that you can decline to answer.
Go ahead.
Utility token can be difficult, but it makes a lot of sense to me. I've been buying my friends' utility tokens and holding them into the dirt for 10 years, and I will keep doing that, and I'll probably have some of yours, it seems. But I wanted to ask you 2 questions. One, do you feel like QLL helped you with some of your design considerations for the utility token?
QLM?
Yes.
Okay.
And do you have any future intentions for the token that are dependent on your legal framework? Because you have a legal posture.
Yes.
And it's very easy to sort of position that generically outside of Western countries, but if you're adhering to Western countries' IP laws, then you probably want to adhere to some of their token handling laws as well.
Yes, absolutely. So